through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving fast.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Next pass. 180, 20.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Adrian Claymore in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First time with Sony Michel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Taylor. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different long night.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, here's Taylor. Left side, it's Dorsett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They're running it. It's Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sony Michel, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun. Great. Hey, get right down.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Newton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are in for 6. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Slow.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. To Michelle on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look good. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Gun. Hey. Express! Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And just shutting him off there. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Walton. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it here with the run. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Do some. Do some. Hey, hey. Gun. Right to the 3.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Gun. Express.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Do some. Hey.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Eifert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Patriots. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys, there got to be casualties at times.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Bernard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down is Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a first down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
So who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Dancing to his left. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Open man there is Patterson, complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Slow. Z.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Taylor hit, he lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Bernard, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. 180. Hey. Gun.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. In for the score. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wide open receiver complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Slow.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Z. Z.
They go play action now. Taylor. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw again is Taylor. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right? And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Taylor, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Geno Atkins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Here's Taylor. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Willis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on. Great. White 33. Hey. Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, here's Taylor. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On second down, Taylor. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today.
And this is going to be intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, here's Bernard. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 79 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Walton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's Walton. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there on 3rd and 10. 31 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They go back to Walton, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
it.